All right, guys, what's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. I really wanted to get back in this energy. Normally, I never do readings back to back to back like this, but it's a couple of reasons why I'm doing it. Number one is that it seemed like this has been a buildup. For the last couple of months, it's keep talking about a reconciliation, and everything was keep pointing to Pisces. Whether this is a Pisces that is returning or whether it's coming back in Pisces season. And especially with us being in Pisces season, I really want to just really narrow down on this energy because I really feel it in my spirit that something big is getting ready to happen. The one thing that I want to talk about, which is the most powerful thing, out of everything, it's more powerful than manifestation and the whole nine yards. And it's something we take for granted, and it's something that we overlook every single time. And that is gratitude. Gratitude is the best thing that you can give. Even when you look at the parables in the Bible, it talks about how, Jesus healed the sick and the whole nine yards. And there was only a couple of people that looked back and was like, I appreciate you for everything that you have done, and I thank you for it, while some people took it for granted. Gratitude is the highest form of praise. It's the highest form of worship that you can do. And it helps to reset your mind, that you keep your mind on positive things. Because you got to remember that, regardless of what it is that you believe, I grew up Pentecostal apostolic. And so I grew up reading the Bible. And, it was one of those things that was forced. My mom said, make sure you read this thing for yourself. And we read that Bible from beginning to end every single year. And one of the things the Bible states is that, is that the tongue has this power to speak life or death, and they that love it eat the fruit thereof. And whether you believe in the Christian faith or not, let's talk about hoodoo for a little bit. Hoodoo used the Bible as a spell book. And so whether you're using it as a spell book or whether you're using it as your faith, we can learn things from the Bible. Even though that is not my primary religion, I practice Ifa, and I get things from the Odu Ifa as well as the Painted Keys. There's still lessons that can be learned in the Bible, in the Quran, from the Buddhist and everything else, from the Jehovah Witness, from the Book of Mormon. All of these spiritual, texts and scriptures, they can all teach us something. And the one thing that I love about that is that when it says that the Bible, when it says that the tongue has the power to speak life and death, is that you got to understand that everything that comes out of your mouth is a spell. And you have a spirit inside of you, whether you call it Ashe, whether you call it Ching, whether you call it yin and yang, regardless of whether you call that thing, every religion talks about how that part of you is from God. And that is the thing that allows you to manifest and allows you to get these God-like manifestations. And so with that in mind, whatever you constantly speak and whatever you constantly think about, whatever is constantly taking majority of your mental space and your emotional space, that is the thing that is going to manifest. If you keep going around and saying, well, niggas ain't shit, then guess what? Every nigga you come across is not going to be shit, because that is what you are telling the spirit inside of you to manifest in your life. You keep telling it to manifest cheaters, abusers, liars, manipulators, deceivers, opportunists, tricksters, because you are keep confessing that and you keep putting it out in the universe, and you are saying that is the only thing I want, that is the only thing I'm worthy of, and so that is the thing that you get. And so in order to get us out of this mindset of keep thinking that everybody is the same because we went through that one bad relationship, or everybody is the same because we had these two bad relationships, you got to learn how to focus on gratitude, where is, Lord, even though I can't see it, the Bible says that, speak those things that you want, that are not as if they are. And so you got to speak those things into existence, and we speak those things into existence with gratitude. where we can say, Lord, I may not see it, I may not understand it, and I may not know how it's going to manifest in my life, but I thank you for bringing me a relationship that is going to be emotionally available and satisfying. I thank you for bringing me a marriage that is going to last 20 years plus. I thank you for bringing me the husband that is going to listen to my concerns, that is going to take everything that I say serious. I thank you for bringing me the husband or the wife that is going to support me. I thank you for bringing me, that is how you want to bring gratitude in your life. You want to speak those things as if they are already in existence, that you're praising and you're thanking God in advance. That part is very important. We spend more time focusing on the negative. That nigga was a liar, a cheater, a manipulator, a deceiver. I'm never going to accept him back. All niggas are like that. Nobody want to settle down. Nobody want monogamy. The more you speak it, the more you are going to get that and that only. So let's focus on the positive. As I've told you before on my last video, I'm going to do another big Ebo for the spiritual new year. I'm going to end up doing it towards going into spring, the official day of spring. So it's going to be the 3rd or 4th week of March. And I want you guys to participate. Ebo is a ceremonial offering to the Orishas, and it's giving thanks and gratitude for the things that they have done and the things that they will do. When it comes to this path, everybody want to work with the Orishas, but we don't want to do it the right way. We want to do things our own terms, the way that we want to do it, and that's not how it's done on this path. In order to be very successful on this path in Ifa, working with the ancestors and working with the Orishas, number one, you need to honor and acknowledge your ancestors. When you look in the Bible, before you learned about anybody, before you learned about David, before you learned about Jesus, before you learned about Paul, Abraham, or all of these great prophets, messiahs, and everything else in the Bible, the first thing you learned about was their bloodline. You learned where they came from, who their parents are, who their parents' parents are. And it showed you the importance of learning about the bloodline. And that is what the ancestors is for. The ancestors is honoring and acknowledging your bloodline, the people that came before you, the people that are tied into your DNA, whether it is by marriage or whether it is by blood. And so whether it's by law or blood, you want to honor and acknowledge your ancestors. That is what this path is all about. We don't worship the ancestors as if the Christians worship Jesus. That's not what we do. Our ancestors is our first line of defense, which is Egun, spirit guides, and ancestors. All three of those things are three completely different things, but the common thing that they have together, they are the dead. Egun, spirit guides, and the ancestors is the dead that we must honor and acknowledge and to keep that relationship with them. This is how we keep blessings flowing into our lives. One of the easiest things that we do in order to honor and acknowledge the ancestors, every single time we have any type of liquid in the house, whether it's lemonade, fruit punch, Hawaiian punch, Sunny D, whatever it is that Elijah wants, we always put that first cup on the ancestor altar just to honor and acknowledge them. When it comes to dinner time where we sit down and we eat together as a family, we take a portion of everything that is on our plate and we put it on the ancestor altar. Those are easy ways to honor and acknowledge the ancestors. After the ancestors, that's when it comes to the deities. When it comes to the Orishas are not like the ancestors that you can just give them things based on intuition, or you can give them things based on what you know that they liked in the living. When it comes to the ancestors, when it comes to the Orishas, they have specific offerings that they like. They have specific offerings that is acceptable, and it must be done in a specific way. That is where we go into Ebo. Ebo is a ceremonial offering to the Orishas, and it is a way to say thanks And Ebo is so powerful that some people even use Ebo to remove curses, to bring blessings into their lives. Now, you never know how it's going to manifest, but the more you start doing Ebo, you build that relationship and that connection with the Orishas. We don't call on the Orishas only in time of need. I'm going through a lawsuit, now I need to call on Obatala, but you have never called and honored and acknowledged him before. You have never gave Ebo. You have never did anything for Obatala. What do you think that reply is going to end up being? We have to learn how to treat both the ancestors and the Orishas as if we are talking to our friend, our neighbor. If we only come around them every time that we need something, what do you think their reply is going to be? What do you think that relationship is going to be with them? We have to learn how to build and strengthen these relationships the right way. And one of the best ways to build that relationship is with Ebo. The proper way on this path is every single month, you should be getting with your Babalao or your Orisha priest, and you should be doing Ebo for your Orisha. You should be doing a cleansing for yourself in order to put a protection around yourself, that if anyone is doing witchcraft, any type of negative energy, it will bounce off of you. And you need to be doing a reading to see what is in your energy. If you want to successfully be on this path, you need to connect with an Orisha priest, that they will eventually end up being your godfather or your godmother, or you need to connect with a Babalao. Those are things that you need in order to be successful on this path. You want to get plugged in community. That is what this is all about. You want to get plugged in that community, that you have someone to go to, that you can tell spiritual problems to, that they can give you spiritual advice and wisdom and sound counsel, and that you can do the requirements, the bare minimum, which is doing Ebo, a cleansing, and a reading every single month. Those things are very important. You see a lot of people working with the Orishas, but you don't see too many people that is successful on this path, because they use the Orishas as prostitutes, that you only call on them when you need something, and that is not how this relationship is developed. Even when we think about the basics of Christianity, that is not how we approach Jesus. We don't approach Jesus only when we need something. We approached him in the good as well as in the bad. And that is the same thing that carries over when you are on your spiritual path. You honor them in the good and you honor them in the bad. Just like you don't want them to abandon you, you don't abandon them. And so those are the things that I want you to consider. I want everyone to really take the time and go on a fast during this season of Pisces. And the fast is not removing yourself from food. The fast is removing yourself from negative thinking. I want you to, just for a season, to let go of everything that person has done to you. Every lie, every betrayal, every setback, every bad relationship. Let that go. Let it go. And I only want you to focus on the positive. Focus on the things that you want in your life and not the bad things that has already occurred. Focus on the good. What is it that you want? Where is it that you see yourself going? Regardless of where you look at this, whether it's the Bible, whether it's Ifa, or whether it's just the basic law of attraction, it's all telling you the same thing. Stop speaking so much negativity in the universe, that powerful spirit inside of you is now required to manifest the reality that you just spoke. And so we want to counteract all of that negative energy by being in the season of Pisces and only speaking positivity over our lives. Speak what you want, not what you have experienced. Let's let go of all of the baggage. Let's let go of all of the hurt. What is it that you want? Imagine you are having that conversation before the Creator, before the Orishas, before the ancestors. What is that conversation going to look like? Are you going to waste your 30 minutes talking about things in the past that you cannot control, that you can't change, that you can't take back? Or are you going to take that opportunity and say, you know what? Bring love into my life, and this is what I want it to look like. Bring careers into my life, and this is what I want it to look like. Strengthen my money and my finance, and this is what I want it to look like. And the way that we describe what we want it to look like is through gratitude. I thank you, Sarah Banda, for removing all of my enemies. I thank you, Sarah Banda, for cleansing me. I thank you, Ilegwa, for opening all of my doors and closing all of the doors to my enemies. Because the word states that whoever cursed me will be cursed, and whoever blessed me will be blessed. I thank you, Ogun, for clearing my path, that I can see clearly now, and blessings will come to me. I thank you, Ochosi, for allowing justice to reign in my life, that all those that have sought to bring me evil, it will now come upon them when you shoot your arrow. I thank you, Eshu, for being a powerful protector, that you protect me as I come and as I go. I thank you, Yemaya, for cleansing me with your water. I thank you, Olakun, for taking away my sorrow. I thank you, Obatala, for keeping my head cool and calm, that I can think even in the midst of chaos. I thank you, Mama Oya, for helping me through this transition and transforming me in the way that I'm supposed to be transformed. I thank you, Chango, for being a powerful fire and light, that you are protecting me from my enemies and lighting the way for the path that I'm supposed to take. I thank you, Ifa, for revealing to me my destiny. I thank you, Oshun, for bringing love into my life. I thank you, Oduduwa, for allowing me to connect with the ancestors. And I thank you, Oko, for bringing goodness into my life and allowing me to reap a good harvest. It's time for us to start speaking gratitude. Let go of everything that people have done and only focus on what you want. Thank you for bringing good friends in my life that will never betray me. Thank you for bringing a lover that will stand the test of time and that is satisfying the desires of my heart, because you said in your word that you will satisfy each and every last one of my desires with good things. It's time for us to activate gratitude. These are the things that we need to be putting out in the universe. There is no point of crystals or anything else if the only thing we're going to do is speak negativity. What is the point of your elekes if all you're going to do is speak negativity over your life? It's time for us to get into a spirit of gratitude, especially during this season. In the beginning of the year is always the sign of it. It is always the season of judgment. In the beginning of the year, you are going to end up reaping good karma or bad karma based on what you did for the previous year. And so if you have cheated and betrayed and all of these things within that year, you are going to reap the natural consequence for it. And if you have stayed in good spirit and your heart has not fainted, then you will reap good karma. And so that is the purpose of the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year is building that momentum that is going to last for the rest of the year. This is one of the most important times to do Igbo. We should be doing it every month, but this is one of the most important times to do Igbo. Even when we think about all of the ceremonies and things in the Bible, the Feast of Trumpet, and everything else, there were so many celebrations that gave offering to the deities, appreciating them for what they did in the previous year, as well as what they are getting ready to do in the beginning of the year. This is the time for us to do our New Year's resolutions of what we want this year to look like and claiming those things of what it is that we want to receive. It's time to let go of negativity. If these readings are not for you, reconciliation and stuff like that, we don't have to put negative energy in the universe. We don't have to say, you know what, I'm never accepting that bum ass nigga back. Okay, we get it. Let's focus on something else. Let's say, you know what, this reconciliation is going to end up being somebody from the past that I didn't connect with on an intimate level. It's certain ways that we can rephrase things that we are still staying in a spirit of gratitude while at the same time we're not accepting something that betrayed us and that hurt us and that has the potential to do it again. Let's stay focused on positive energy. And the way that we stay focused on positive energy and we reset our mind to start thinking in a different way and putting better things out in the universe is through gratitude. Let's thank them for the things that they are getting ready to do, because something amazing is getting ready to happen in your life. Let's see what's in the cards. Thank you, Egun. Thank you, Spirit Guys. Thank you, Ancestors. Thank you, Sarabanda. Thank you, Risha. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, Oludumare. Thank you, Olurun. Thank you, Olafi. And thank you, Anubis. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Ashe. Remember, divination is confirmation. Only take what resonates. Do not force a reading. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If you don't resonate with it, you don't resonate with it. And if you don't want to accept it, even if it resonates with you, then you do not have to accept it. This is not a force. Accept what it is that you're going to accept and take only what resonates. Remember, I'm only telling you things that your spiritual team has already revealed to you through dreams, through synchronicities, and whichever which way they communicate with you. Something big is getting ready to happen, and it's time to allow this thing to happen. Let's see what's in the cards. Thank you, Lord. 2 cards came out. Well, we got the Tower card. We got the Death and we got the Tower card. Ooh, this is about to be a big transformation. Damn. This is about to be a huge transformation. 2 powerful major arcanas for the overall energy. The Death card in and of itself is a major transformation, and then you got it paired with the Tower card, which is everything collapsing. This is about to be a huge awakening for somebody. Let's see what the clarifier is going to be for this powerful combination. And the clarifier is the Temperance card. All of this thing is happening in divine timing. Something is coming together in divine timing, and this is going to be, this is going to be ugly. This is definitely going to be ugly, because this is a breaking energy. With the Death card paired with the Tower card, this is definitely a breaking energy. This is, energy like this, a stubborn heart is going to be humbled. A refusal is going to be humbled. In energy like this is a very powerful energy, and we're talking about major arcanas, which is outside of your control, and everything in the overall energy is a major arcana. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse now, and the Nine of Swords is all about anxiety. This is someone that's letting go of anxiety now. So someone is getting ready to let go of a lot of anxiety. And then we have the Five of Swords here, which is a fighting energy. We have the Three of Cups here, which is celebration. We have the Four of Pentacles holding on to the Page of Swords, which is communication. Someone is getting ready to communicate, but right now they're holding this communication. What is the outcome in this? What is the outcome, Spirit? What is the outcome of this? What is the outcome of this energy, Spirit? The outcome, we got the King of Cups. King of Cups is one of the things that has commonly been coming out in majority of the readings. And the King of Cups is a Pisces. Pisces and Aquarius. And you have the Two of Cups now, that this is going to be a union. You have the card at the bottom of the deck, which is what you don't see coming. You have the Ace of Swords, which is mental clarity that is getting ready to come in. And right under that, you have the illusion card, which is the Eight of Cups. That illusion is going to end up going away because of this mental clarity. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading. We have as the overall energy, we start off with the Death card. And the Death card is a very strong major transformation. A major transformation is getting ready to happen, which I've already sensed that this season of Pisces is going to end up doing something powerful in majority of you guys' lives. And you have the Death card as the overall energy. This is going to be a powerful transformation. This is a rebirth. This is an opportunity at something new. And so the Death card is the card of Oya, which is my head Orisha, which is my mom, which is my crown. And Oya is all about transformation, as well as the Tower card. The Tower card is also the energy of Oya, because the Tower card is all about chaos. It's all about, but it's a control chaos and not really too much of, but it's still destructive. But at the end of the day, it's it's kind of like what Tasha Cobb said in her song. It's gracefully broken. That is the energy of the death card with the tower card. That it's a lot of things that's going to end up going on in this season for someone, and mainly for the page of for the King of Cups, because that is the person in the outcome position and the only person that is on the board. This is someone that is going through a lot of endings. A lot of doors is closing with the death card, and this is someone that they are going to end up being forced to get on one specific path because no other door is going to end up opening for this person. This person is going to feel like this is the most chaotic time of their life, because when you look at the tower card is two people that is jumping out of this tower, and they're jumping in two different directions. And so this is someone that could be losing, friends, family members, or anyone that has been in their ear, separating them from this connection. This is a very powerful sign that things are getting ready to move in a good direction, but it's going to get ugly before it get better. This is a very painful beginning of this story, because this is someone that is feeling like they're losing out on everything. This energy is someone that could be feeling isolated, alone, withdrawing. This is someone that is feeling like no one is on their side right now. With the death card and the tower card, this could be people that is losing relationships, disconnecting from people that is no longer serving their highest good. And all of this is being divinely guided with the temperance card being the clarifier. The temperance card is all about patience. It's saying that, look, God got everything under control. God doesn't need you to do anything. If God wants you to do something, he will let you know in visions and dreams. But until that time come, your job is just to be still and to be patient and allow God to move in the background and to move things on your behalf. What can we do while we are in the season of the temperance card? We sit in gratitude. Lord, I may not see it. Lord, I may not understand it, but I thank you for all the things that you are doing. I thank you for all the moves that you are making, even the invisible moves that I have no knowledge of, and nor am I able to see. We need to stay in the spirit of gratitude. I may not see the promotion you're getting ready to give me. I may not see the next job that you already have lined up for me, nor do I see the reconciliation that you're bringing into my life, nor do I see the new lover that you're bringing into my life. But the one thing that I will say is, at the end of the day, I believe in your word when you said that you will place the lonely in families. I believe in your word that you said by your stripes we are healed. I believe in your word when you said that healing will sprout up in the morning time. I believe in your word when you said that I am your son, you are my father. Ask and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possessions. And so at the end of the day, even though I may not see it and I may not understand it, I'm standing on your word of what it is that you said. And standing on your word is not saying that I'm remembering everything that nigga did. Standing on the word is saying, you promised me a good life. You promised me that I will be successful. You promised me that I will have love. And those are the things that I'm reminding you of. And those are the things that I'm standing on. And those are the things that I am thanking you for. We need to get into the spirit of gratitude. Someone is being broken here. Someone is being shattered. And they're being shattered in a way that is directing them back on the right path. Sometimes chaos have to exist and it have to break out in order for you to realize that you're going the wrong way. And with the death card and the tower card here, this is someone that is realizing that they're going the wrong way, because every door is closing. Every connection is being influenced with chaotic energy. This is someone that is disconnecting from a lot of people at one time. And the only thing that Spirit is telling you to do is to be patient and know that I am God and my arm is never too short. That is one of the scriptures in the Bible that the Lord had to ask. Is my arm too short? And of course it's not. God will always provide. He said that if I provide for the lily of the valley, what more will I do for you? You know, what type of father would give his child vinegar when he asks for water? What type of father will give his, child a rock or a brick when they ask for food? And so if God is able to provide for everyone else, he is definitely going to provide for you. It's just like in the days of Elijah. Even when Elijah was going through all of his things, God never failed him. God had a bird to bring him food. And if God is able to do that for Elijah, what more will he be able to do for you? That is the mentality that I'm trying to drive you in, is that you got to stay positive and you got to stay centered, knowing that whatever it is that you believe in, I'm not forcing you to believe anything. If you want to say Muhammad, if you want to say Jesus, if you want to say ancestors, if you want to say Orishas, if you want to say Buddha, whatever it is you believe in, know that they will see you through it. Never give up on that idea. Know that they will see you through it. You got to keep the faith. When we look at the crossing energy, so first of all, the overall energy is telling the general story. This is the message that you will get from a book, from the back of the book, that is telling you the general story, that everything on the board is connected to the overall energy, because it picked pieces from every category of what's getting ready to happen. And your overall energy is telling you that this is someone that is being gracefully broken. This is someone that their life is falling apart. And there is so many fires for this person to put out, but it's going to be in the midst of this fire that the Ace of Swords is going to be able to come in, because now mental clarity is always best to receive when everything is chaotic. When everything is chaotic, when this mental clarity comes in, this is the light that people are looking for at the end of the tunnel. This is the alignment that is going to light the way. And the Ace of Swords is all about communication and clarity. Clarity is going to come in. There's going to end up being a huge breakthrough. When it comes to aces, aces are gifts from the universe, and aces is also communication. Someone is getting ready to come in and communicate, and they're going to communicate with clarity, and they're going to have a sound mind, because now this is someone that has mental clarity. The illusion is gone. In the crossing energy is going to influence the overall energy, or is going to cross it out. The overall energy is saying that, look, this person is about to be broken as shit. This person is about to go through a lot of storms, and this person is going to go through a lot of cycles back to back in a very short period of time. And now the crossing energy is telling you that the Nine of Swords is in reverse, that this is someone that's going to let go of all of their anxiety, of all of their grief. Everything that they're carrying, they're going to let go of. And you have as the clarifier, the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is a fighting energy. This is someone that now, because they are out of this mental, now because they are out of all of this anxiety, this person now has the ability to fight. And so this is someone that is going to get ready to fight. But this fight only came after this big transformation that happened in the overall energy. This transformation is opening this person up to let go of all of their anxiety and to gear up and fight for what it is that they want. So what is it that this person wants? We see in the crowning energy, which the crowning energy is what you need to do to solve the problem. There is no problem to solve here, because universe is already taking care of that, with the overall energy being 3 major arcanas. And every last one of the major arcanas is things that's outside of your control. Regardless of what you do, this person is going through endings with the Death card, and this person is experiencing a lot of chaos with the Tower card, and the Temperance card is balancing them in the midst of all of this chaos, in the midst of all of this loss. The Temperance card is balancing them and keeping them center, which is opening the door to let go of all of their anxiety and to get into the energy of the Five of Swords, to gear up, get on the battlefield, and to fight for what it is that they want. And now the crowning energy, which is being represented as the present energy, you have the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups is the energy of celebration. This is someone that is ready to celebrate. However, you do have as the clarifier, you have the Four of Pentacles with the Page of Swords. We'll clarify that a little bit later with the hidden emotions to get more into that energy, because it's two things that the clarifiers can be telling us. The clarifier can be telling us with the Four of Pentacles being here that they're holding on to communication, which means that this is someone that want to communicate, but they're not communicating yet, which means this is someone that is constantly contemplating, I need to reach out to this person. They could even be writing a text message and then deleting it and not sending that text message out. Or the Four of Pentacles can represent that this is someone that now is appreciating the communication and they value the communication, and they're holding on to it so tightly that when this person communicate, the communication is going to be so fluid, it's going to keep coming, because now this person understands the importance of communicating with you. This person understands the importance of keeping that line of communication, which means that this will be a lesson learned, because part of the problem could have been that this is someone that broke down, that every time they broke down, every time they got emotional, they will stop communicating. This could have been someone that ghosted you and communication could have ended that way. But now this is someone that's going to hold on tightly to communication because this is something that they value. When you look at the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles is a hoarding energy, where this person is holding on to the money so tightly because they understand the value of money, and they don't want the Seven of Swords to come up, that this money is going to be stolen from them, and they hold on to it so tightly, saying, I'm never going to let this thing go. And so that holding on energy is paired with the card of communication, which is the Page of Swords, which means this is someone that is going to hold on tightly to the communication that they have with you, which means expect communication, because again, we do have the card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords is about mental clarity, breakthrough, and communication that's getting ready to come in, and this is a gift from the universe. The Ace of Swords, it complements the overall energy, because the overall energy is destroying everything that is not serving this highest, that's not serving this person highest good. Is removing all of the shit that is not important. And then it's the Ace of Swords that's bringing in what's important. Is giving this person alignment. Is giving this person clarity on the thing that they need to focus on the most. We have in the outcome position, we start off with the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is someone that has definitely learned a lesson. The King of Cups is someone that is more emotionally stable right now, because whenever the King of Cups is in the upright, this is someone that's emotionally stable. This is someone that's emotionally vulnerable. And this is someone that's emotionally available. And you have, as the clarifier, you have the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is all about love. It's a connection coming together. It's two people giving each other their cup of love. And so it's saying that the King of Cups is going to end up getting in this relationship, offering a cup of love, suggesting that, you two get together. And this is filled with water energy in the outcome position. Number one, I want to acknowledge that the King of Cups is Pisces. And so we are in the midst of Pisces season. And so once again, it's hitting on things that have come up in every reading, that this is going to end up being a Pisces that's going to come to you, or this is going to start in Pisces season, which is the season that we are in now. With all of that said, let's go ahead and get into the hidden emotions. Let's see what the hidden emotion is for the overall energy. In the overall energy, we have the Death card, which is saying that there's endings that's happening in this person's life, because this is transforming them. This is bringing a new them to the scene. When you really look at the Death card has a horse, which it represents the knights. It represents movement. That is what the knights represent. And underneath that horse, you have the human body. And then on top of the horse, you have the human skeleton in armor that is now protected. That is a lot of symbolism in one card. The dead body that is under the horse is this person going through such a huge transformation that when this person comes, they're going to be seen as something new. Even though they're going to be the same person in the same vessel, you're going to sense a newness about this person. And of course, the skeleton represents the dead, and this is why it's the death card, that this is Igun magic. This is someone ancestors that is really supporting this transformation and that is really supporting this change. When you look in front of the horse, you see a priest-like figure, which is kind of like the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the energy of God. It, as well as traditions and things like that, but it represents God. And so the skeleton represents the ancestors. The priest in this represents like God, an Orisha type figure. And then underneath the priest, you have a woman and a child. And so this could be someone that is returning back to a family type structure. And this is being guided by the ancestors and the deities. But before this actually happens, you have with the Tower card that there is going to be a lot of chaos. There's a lot of chaos in the midst of this. A lot of things is about to go down in this energy. And so let's see what the hidden emotion is going to add to this energy. The hidden emotion is obsessed. This is someone that's obsessed with you. This is someone that is infatuated with you. They adore you. This is someone that is addicted to you. And so this is definitely someone that is, they see you. This is someone that want to be present with you. But there is still a work that needs to be done in order for this person to be present in your life. You have the card at the bottom of the deck right now, which I use as the clarifier. You have pain. This person is definitely going through a lot of pain with the death card being here as well as the Tower card. Now let's go ahead and go into the crossing energy and see what the hidden emotion is for the crossing energy. In the crossing energy, we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, which means this is someone that is now in a position that they're letting go of anxiety. And you have the Five of Swords that, this is someone that is ready to fight. We have heart fog here as the hidden emotion. And heart fog, it talks about this is someone that with blocked emotions. At the end of the day, this is someone that know what it is that they want to do, but there is still some hesitation there. This is definitely someone that sees you as their love. This is someone that sees you as a potential, but at the end of the day, there is still a fog here. And so the anxiety is moving, and the more that this person get into the energy of the Five of Swords, this is going to be more of a card of intuition. But right now, there is a fog here. We have the card at the bottom of the deck. We have Divine Masculine. This is someone that's realizing that they are a divine masculine. This is someone that is waking up. But notice how that only came out once we once we move past the overall energy. And so this destructive energy, this destructive chaos that is happening in the overall energy, it is needed at this time. Sometimes breakups and separations have to happen in order for God to really mold and shape somebody. Sometimes in relationships, we will pray to God and we will pray to the ancestors and we will say, man, I wish this person would be more loving, more adoring. I wish this person would go more into intimacy. I wish this person will stop doing this and stop doing that. Not realizing that that prayer that you prayed was the thing that actually started the breakup. Because God is saying, okay, well, in order for me to work these things, I got to remove you from the equation, because number one, absence make the heart grow fonder, especially when you are really in love and you know that this is your person. And then the second thing is sometimes when you have to enact chaos in somebody's life, Whether you call that chaos bad karma or whatever you may call it, you don't want it to affect the innocent person. And so you have to be removed from the equation in order for God to use this type of energy in this person's life in order to redirect them and change them and to transform them into what it is that they need to be, which you do get that from the overall energy. Now we're in the now we're in the now we're in the now we're in the crowning energy, and the crowning energy is saying that, look, this person is ready for celebration with the Three of Cups. This is someone that has already been through a strong storm and transformation in the overall energy. This is someone that has consciously decided to let go of their anxiety and decided to fight in the crossing energy. And now, because they have made this decision and they've went through this great transformation, this is someone that is ready to celebrate now with the Three of Cups being here. And this is someone that's going to value and hold true to the communication. This is someone that is going to end up seeing communication with you in a different light. Communication is a big deal here. Number one, this could be someone that you're in silence with. And not only that, this is someone that could have appreciated the way that you spoke to them or the way that you gave them sound counsel or really good advice. And this is someone that is looking at it in the right lens now, and they are coming back for that. What is the hidden emotion, spirit, for the crowning energy? And we have chasing thrills, excitements, and good time. This is someone that is definitely thinking about all of the good times that you had. And so again, part of the good times, it could be the way that you spoke to this person, the way that you interacted with this person, with the Page of Swords being here. You have possibilities as the card at the bottom of the deck, which is serving as the confirmation, which is serving as the clarifier. And this is someone that is ready to take a leap of faith, because possibilities talks about free spirit and taking a risk, which is the energy of the Fool card. All right, let's go ahead and get into the hidden emotion for the outcome position. And in the outcome position, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is the person that is getting ready to come into your life. And this is paired with the Two of Cups. And the Two of Cups is all about love, harmony, and union coming together. And you have it where this person is still trying to conceal what it is that they feel. And so this is someone that know what they feel about you, and it's very similar to the Heart Fog card. And notice how these are horizontal from each other. The overall energy, the crossing energy, and the outcome position is horizontal from each other, and they're both picking up the same thing. That in both of these cards is letting you know that this person knows exactly what it is that they feel about you. They know who you are, what you possess, what you bring to the table. But there is a hesitation here with the fog, and there's a hesitation here by keeping all of this thing in the inside and not revealing it to the other person. And so in both these positions, we see this strong, hesitation where this person is not clueless. They know what it is that they want, but they're still holding on. We have the card at the bottom of the deck. We have karma, and karma is what you don't see coming. And we already see this energy of karma in the overall energy, because we see that with the Death card as well as the Tower card. And so karma is getting ready to come in, which is a cause and effect energy and natural consequences. And you have the Ace of Swords, which is mental clarity, that is getting ready to come in. Let's see what the Oracle cards have to say about this connection. We're first going to go with the overall energy, which the overall energy is talking about a strong transformation. And in this transformation, this person is coming off extremely obsessed. This is someone that's infatuated. They adore you. This is someone that could look up to you in some type of way. This is someone that feels that, you kind of have everything under control. What is the Oracle card, Spirit, for the overall energy? What is the Oracle card for the overall energy? What is the oracle card, Spirit, for the overall energy? And the oracle card for the overall energy. Ooh, we got caught a case. Ooh. Sexual infection, sexual disease, rashes. And so, remember, in the overall energy is already talking about some shit. It's already talking about that there's going to be a great ending to something in this person's life, with the death card being here, and a lot of chaos is going to follow this. And so it's a lot of chaos that is pushing this transformation, and Spirit is saying, give it time. This is someone that could be in a relationship with somebody that they're going to end up getting some type of STD. And even if it's not an STD, this could be a spiritual transmitted entity or disease. And so this is someone that's going to end up catching a case in some type of way, and we have the card at the bottom of the deck now, which is serving as the clarifier, is moving. This person is going to end up moving on, and it's because of this. Something is going to end up happening in this connection that this person is in now, that there is going to be, it's going to be something that the other person will not be able to get out of. When it comes to this oracle card of Kata case, this is not intuition, this is evidence now. So this is not Spirit giving them a dream and saying, hey, this person is cheating on you. This is someone that that's cheating on you because your dick is burning or your pussy is burning, and you realize that it has some, some yellowish discharge. And so this is physical evidence, and so whether this is going to manifest in the form of a sexual transmitted disease, whether it's going to manifest in, someone coming out and saying, hey, I've been fucking around with your partner, there is going to be some type of drama here going around sex in the overall energy, which the overall energy is already telling you that some shit is about to happen, because the overall energy is nothing but chaos anyways. What is the oracle card for the crossing energy? What is the oracle card for the crossing energy? What is the oracle card for the crossing energy? For the crossing energy, we have no facts. So, and then once again, you have another card at the bottom of the deck, which talks about leaving. And so the card at the bottom of the deck, you have travel. This is someone that's going to end up with whatever it is, wherever this person is, they're leaving here. This is someone that is leaving, and you have no facts. This is someone that is, someone could be, saying something, trying to keep this person in, and that's probably where this heart fog is coming in from. But this is someone that is ready to let go of the anxiety and the headache. The Nine of Swords is in reverse. This is someone that is saying, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to stay up arguing with you every single day. I'm not going to keep stressing myself out in the whole 9 yards. This is someone that is letting this shit go. They're saying that everything that you are saying, there is no facts to this. There is no valid points to this. There's no supporting details. They are saying this investigation is unsubstantiated. It's time for me to move the fuck on. There is a strong, heavy, moving energy when it comes to the oracle cards now. We have moving and we have travel that was at the bottom of the deck, which is getting ready to come in and clarifying the main oracle card. We are now in the crowning position, which the crowning position, it talks about celebration. Let's see what this oracle card is getting ready to be. What is the oracle card for the crowning energy, Spirit? What is the oracle card for the crowning energy? I will bless thee, O Lord, with my whole heart. I will sing forth thy marvelous word. I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praises to thy name, O thou most high. O thou most high, thou most high, Thou most high, thou most high. We have as the oracle card here, which is really good and matches the celebration. You have jackpot, that there's going to be an unexpected windfall, right place, right time, big blessings ahead. And you have love on the brain, lost in fantasies, can't stop thinking about you, and love that never left. And so, this is someone that is going to see you as a blessing. This is someone, everything in this section is more of a moving in the right direction now, because you have this person is chasing thrills, you have this person jackpot, that things are going to happen, you have love on the brain, that this person is thinking about you, you have the three of pentacles, which is celebration, and you have someone that is now holding on to communication. Everything in the crowning energy is very beautiful. This is a green light. This is things getting ready to move and evolve and grow. And so I really do love this energy. You have the card at the bottom of the deck. You have child services. There's a child at play here in some type of way. But part of this, this it really goes into the energy of catching a case as well. This is just talking about a different form of a case. It could be something involving a kid. Whether this person end up getting with somebody that have a kid, there could be an accusation there. There could be an accusation that the kid will end up making or something, because this card has came out before in this reading. A lot of times in this reading, there is a kid here in some type of way that's going to end up influencing this connection. Let's see what the oracle card is for the outcome position. For the outcome position, we have running and we have obsessed lover. This is someone that's going to end up running back to you, and this is someone that's obsessed. This person is trying to hold and conceal this, but at the end of the day, this person is going to end up coming in and giving you a couple love. And now you have the card at the bottom of the deck, which is what you don't see coming. You have an offer. This person is going to end up making you an offer. This person is trying to conceal and hold on to this thing, but it is going to end up coming out. Let's see if Spirit wants to reveal what this child services is. What is the child services, Spirit? Because it keeps showing that a kid influencing the connection in some type of way. How is this kid influencing the connection? We have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is all about making an unbiased decision. The Queen of Swords is all about boundaries as well. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. This could be someone that's just not getting along with a kid. Because the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is like, bitch, I can do without you. This could be someone that got into a connection and there's just not a connection with the kid. There's not a strong connection with this kid, that this kid could be influencing the parent, where it's like, why did you bring this person here? Why did, this person is not my daddy, this person is not my mama, and that could be the thing that's influencing this connection. I would even clarify, what is the clarifier for the Queen of Swords? Because the Queen of Swords is all about boundaries. This could be a kid that is putting up a boundary. This could be a kid, because remember, we are in chaotic energy and the overall energy. This could be a kid making an ultimatum saying that if you're still going to be with this person, I'm going to go over my daddy house. You know what I'm saying? Because, the Queen of Swords is all about a boundary. They like, bitch, I don't have time for this shit. You done got this nigga up in here sleeping on my couch, not even taking a shower, musty ass balls, musty ass, stinking up the whole living room. Get this motherfucker up out of here. Or I'm going to tell mama that this motherfucker done did some shit. You have the Ace of Swords, which you now have the Ace of Swords in both decks that's out. And the Ace of Swords is all about mental clarity. This could be someone opening up. This could be someone that is opening up about something. Someone that's opening up about what it is they truly feel. This really could be a kid that is saying, I don't feel comfortable around this person. I don't feel safe around this person. I don't want this person here. This could be a kid that is having a conversation with their parent saying, you know what, why did you pick this person? It seemed like he's not even benefiting us, or she's not benefiting us. And so there's definitely a disconnect with a childlike figure here. There's definitely a disconnection. But overall, it's saying that, look, this person is going through a major transformation. I mean, you can expect some crazy shit to get ready to hit the fan for this King of Cups, because the Death card and the Tower card here, this person is about to definitely be gracefully broken. And this is going to take time with the Temperance card, but God is working with the Temperance card, because the Temperance card is saying things are moving. You just got to be patient, because there is movement in the Temperance card. The angel is holding that cup and moving that cup back and forward, which is saying things are at play. The waters are rocky right now, as you are moving those cups and shifting energy. When you look at how the person is shifting the energy with the cups, the angel in the Temperance card, it reminds you of the Two of Pentacles, but the Two of Pentacles is juggling, but it still symbolizes that there is a movement here. And this movement is going to end up starting something beautiful. But you have to think about it as well. The Temperance card is a major arcana, unlike the Two of Pentacles. The major arcana is more powerful and is more outside of your control. You don't have control at what's happening. What's happening, you could be not even be aware of what's happening in the background, but this is working for your highest good. This is someone that I'm telling you, they're going to end up going through something sexual, whether it is getting a sexual disease, or whether it is, oh, Lord forbid, it's not a sexual accusation with a kid. But there is definitely some stuff that is moving here. This person is obsessed. This person is thinking about you. This person wants celebration with you. And a lot of things confirm that there is going to be travel here. And so someone is going to end up coming back to you. An offer is going to be given. Mental clarity is here. And karma is also in effect as well. Remember, guys, I'm going to end up doing a bow towards the end of the month, going into the springtime. I really want you guys to participate in this. Ebo is very powerful as a ceremonial offering to the Orishas. It is saying thank you. It is saying opening my doors. It is saying clear my path. Make sure that you take the time and really do Ebo, especially if you didn't. We should be doing it every month, but at the end of the day, I am not your priest. If I was your priest, I would definitely be getting on to you, every single month about doing Ebo, doing a cleansing, and doing a reading. But this is a good reading of someone that's getting ready to come in. They're being broken. This is someone that's going through very challenging times right now. You just got to be patient and stay in the spirit of gratitude and keep saying, Lord, what's for me is going to come to me. What you promised me, I shall receive. And just know that God is going to give you all the desires of your heart, and he's going to satisfy those things with good things. You're not going to lack. We don't lack over here. All right. Stay blessed. Stay positive. Stay in the spirit of gratitude, please.